All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the stream. All right. There were some tough letters there for some tough words. Marius, how you doing? All right. So we're doing some more Factorio today. We're going to try to get the blue science online. I don't know what that's called. I can never remember that. But we got to get plastic and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a lengthy process today, I think. So I just checked the audio. It sounded good. Excellent. All right. That's weird. All right. Updates. And do a save. All right. So we got our green circuits online. Got power. We do have some oil. And came across some bad guys over there. And some bad guys over there. So let's lay the groundwork. Is there anything else I can research? No, not really. You know what? I should probably set up some landfill automation, because if I have to extend the bus, it looks like I'm going to go into water. Anyways, let's go in here and try to keep this neat and tidy and give it some room. Oh, chemical, that's what it's called. I think we're going to do some, try to get this online, but I also want to upgrade belts too. That's going to be expensive and lengthy. I don't even know that that's a word. Yeah, that's a word. All right, so let's grab a power pole here. There we go. All right, let's set up some of these to make some stuff, so we don't have to do as much manually. I think that's going to be in the way. I need to grab it. I think we're just going to bring it off of here. All right. All right, so right off the bat, I know we're going to need pipes. We're going to need, I call them cogs. I have some here, but we're going to use these to incorporate into making I'm at a loss for words. Belts. That's it. So let's go ahead and okay, so first things first. Let's get that, and I want to make those, so I don't have to keep making them myself. There, that's that. And we're going to put that into a bucket. Now to make these, we need a couple things. So let's go there, there. Now, funny thing is, I bet I can... Oh wait, what does it need? It needs that, which is there. So I think I could branch off of here and do a direct feed. I think. Yeah, I can do that. I think I have room. That'll work. Nice. All right. Power. And then... All right. So next is that thing. That. Ah, the cog. So this is going to be some manual insertion. Oh, all right. Ran out of power poles. All right. Then we'll do a bucket. Bucket. All right. So that's the output. So what we need here are cogs. So let's copy this. And another one. All right. Right now, let's just grab all those. Right there. Grab some greens. We'll get some more. Looks like I could use... steel. Some of that. All right. Do. Sec. That. Do that. All right. Alrighty. Now we don't have to fill up one of these. We just need to, like, maybe that many. Sweet. All right, so making those, kind of. Yeah, I just have to keep that kind of stocked. Oh, not with those. All right, I'll keep that going. And it created a tight spot for myself here, didn't I? Let's put this here. That still works good. I'm just gonna put this right there. I want to make those, which need those and those. Hey, Bronco, good morning to you. How the heck are you doing? How do I want to do this? Do I want to pull them from the top? Yeah. Let's pull them from the top. So if I do this... Oh, that makes it easier, actually, because then that way I can do... It must grow. Yes. It's been a Monday, but I'm surviving. Oh. I'm feeling your pain. I've had one of those days to where it seems like I'm not coordinated at all. Kata, how the heck are you doing? Monday everywhere. Oh, then my phone is telling me to do stuff. Phone, shut up. I know what to do. You're not the boss of me. Right. So let's pull from here. That works. There. That'll drop on that side. Perfect. Glad to be back. It's been a busy week. Back to work after 4 weeks of... Oh. Oh, sorry. So we're going to put this there. All right. Then if we get some power... That didn't. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to be. There we go. All right. And then your output is going to go into a bucket. God, this is so messy over here. All right. Whatever. Ooh. All right. Now, I don't know if this will be able to keep up with this. Yeah. See, it's not. So I think what I want to do is if we do that from this one. I gotta play the game. There we go. See, now we're keeping it all nice and stacked. Excellent. All right, so those two are dedicated to making this. Now, if this backs up, we might be able to expand it. So what I can do in here is we can change. We can get rid of this, and we can change it from blue. Oh wait, no, I don't have to do that. And just go right to red here. That's right. All right, sweet. So that takes care of that. Now, if I don't want to make the inserters and whatnot, that requires more cogs and that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make them, but we're going to do everything manually. I don't want to run a bunch of stuff. There we go. And so we'll do, so this needs two things, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll do 2 buckets, and that needs 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I need a bucket. Then we'll do an output. Bucket. All right, so this one needs those, which I'm going to have to make. Oh wait, hang on. That's not how we want to start off. So if to make those, we need some of these. What else? Some more cogs. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't interrupt this, I'm going to make another copy. We'll put it up here. And another one right on top of it. Excellent. Alrighty. So wait, what was I doing? I was trying to make those, and I need... Alright. There we go. And then you need those. We're going to grab those from right here, for right now. Oh, God. There they are. Alright, then you need... Same thing. Alright, so that requires... Let's go up and get some more green circuits. Oh, my ears popped. So this is going to save a little time down the road. Oh, greens. Okay, cogs, greens. those. Wow. All right. All right, so I'm gonna have to make a boatload myself. That's all. That's all we're gonna have to do. Yeah. However, I think maybe things will go a little tiny bit faster. So if I grab... Wow, that was fast. Nice. Let's grab those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start upgrading this. Oh, wait. So I need to do red, red, and red. All right. So I need some of the other ones to... Two. Wow. Here. Buka. All right. Fresh dooski. Score. All right. All right, let's see how far I can get here. I just might have to make them myself until that kit gets caught up. All right, so let's start up here. Oh, so we need to go from yellow to red. Completely forgot about the upgrade instead of the downgrade. Oh. All right, so I'm going to have to make the undergrounds and the splitters myself because the cogs can't keep up. All right, so undergrounds. Okay, let's make all these I can. Oh, okay. Let's grab what cogs I can here. All right, first of all, do this in stages. All right. Do I have a bucket over here of old stuff? No? All right. Bucket of old stuff. Don't use those anymore. Don't use those anymore. I don't think I'll be using those. I don't need all this coal. All right. All right, so now... Dang it. All right. I'm just going to have to lump it here. So we're going to upgrade the science and the path of the stuff leading to it. So that's going to take a good hour because I have to make all this stuff and do it and blah, 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 blah. Blah. All right, hang on. Have I built a mall? Well, that's what I'm building right here. I mean, when you guys say mall, you want to pull stuff off the bus to make stuff, right? So you don't have to keep doing the sneaker net. That gets too convoluted for me. It really does. It seems like it's more work not on the bus. I mean, so basically I'm doing what you're doing right here. What you're talking about, a mall. I guess I don't know really what a mall is. Into yellow boxes for bots. Oh, I don't have bots yet. Yeah, I haven't got there yet. I think of a mall as having dedicated assemblers. So into wooden boxes where you can grab. Yeah, well, I'm doing steel boxes so I can hold more. I think I'm doing a mall, but it's not the typical mall, I guess. All right, let's work on. So we got those being made, right? Yeah, those are being made. What I need to do is let's get like 100 of each. I make one that starts with all the basics and neat, so I don't need to handcraft it. But don't you do a lot of running around to supply the assemblers or the boxes into the assemblers? I think I understand the concept, right? So why keep making inserters manually when you can have an assembler? No? Then how do you get the items to the assemblers? You pull it from a bus, right? Or some other source? It's all belt fed. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. All right. I'll take a gander at it. Doing it wrong. All right, what do I need? I need these. Because I thought I saw somebody's mall setup. Spectre 80, we did a multiplayer years ago, and he had little tiny assemblers for things, and he was pulling it off of a dedicated bus just for it. But I tell you what, it got to be confusing because when you wanted to make something, it just wasn't going fast enough, I didn't think. I thought, well, if I can craft stuff and have it, and then later on, yeah, just basic supplies to the mall. Oh, instead of trying to do a tier 4 item, tier 3, I got you. Okay, all right. I understand it now. I'm going to say that now, and then when I see it, I'm going to go, I don't understand it. All right, so we're doing that. We got those. So while we're making those, instead of wasting nanobots, we'll just do this manually. Cool. Okay. Let's start here. So the fine people over at Rocket Works, which you may be familiar with, are the developers of Icarus, Stationeers, and a new one, KSA, Kerbal Space, or Kerbal, no, Kitten Space Agency, were kind enough to give me a pre-release alpha version of the game. There's nothing really to do in the game, not a whole lot really. But I tell you what, it's impressive. Okay, thanks, BMAC. Oh, I ran out of belts. Son of a gun. I've seen some gameplay and it looks much. Oh, it's they use their own engine called Brutal. So I don't know if it's their in-house engine or they've taken another engine license and are, you know, rebuilding it from the ground up or something like that. Excuse me. All right, here we go. I ran out again. All right, so in-house, it's what they thought about moving stationeers to, but the issue resolved itself, it seems. So they're gonna stick with Unity, huh? Man, I wish they could somehow find a way to go to Unreal. I know everyone uses Unreal, and I don't know if Epic is hang on a sec. All right. I don't know if working with Unreal is Unreal. You know, I don't know if they are super demanding and restrictive and stuff like that, because I know Rocketworks, Dean posted that thing about Unity being kind of a wanker there. So, and that might be what you're talking about, is they were going to move it over to Brutal because of the problems that they were having with Unity. I don't. You know where I picked up a wanker from? I think I heard it from Lucy Lawless said it in Spartacus, I think. By the way, it's not a family-friendly show, though. Thank you, BMac. Oh, I already updated that. What am I doing? I got lost. Oh, okay, we need to... Dude, why is my mouse thinking? All right, thanks, BMac. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's see what I can do here. Yeah, look at that. All right. All right, so see, I just don't grab a whole bunch of those. All right, so let's make nuke parts. Oh, excuse me. Where's the next inserter upgrade? Right here. So I do need the blue science. All right, so... Oh, bullets. Yes. So we've got that. We've got that. We do not have these two things. That... Oh. All right. Because I've only found one oil, which is up here. Ah. All right. All right. So that should be good for a while on splitters. That's going to give us what, close to 80. So let's do. Okay, we'll do 20 more of those. And then see if we can grab some more cogs. Then we can grab some of those. Do 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 do. All right, so all I'm trying to do is to get up to like, well, I just want to get this part upgraded. That's all. Those are done. That's done. That needs to be upgraded. All right, so let's work backwards here, I guess. Yeah, I saw Red, and I reached out to Red and asked him what he thought about KSA, and he said, there's not much you can do. I said, cool, all right, good to know. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. He said he did land on Saturn. Said, okay. Yeah, me too. So like I said, I did reach out, got his opinion, because he was showing it off yesterday, and I popped in ever so briefly. I just kind of lurked. All right. So we're gonna need some more this stuff. Excellent. Yeah, they changed the name because, in fact, they go early access September 19th. I posted it in the general gaming channel. We got to finish Roadcraft, though. I owe you guys like a month's worth. That was a fun game. That was a very entertaining game. See, now we've got a constant flow. All right, let's see here. If we take this away, yeah, that should build up for a little bit. All right. I have to do much. I have had too much time off. You know, and guys, I feel terrible too, because here I am streaming during the week, and then out of the blue, Sundays, or actually it was Saturday and Sunday, were in the toilet. And that did happen right after we had some winds and rain on Friday. Turns out my neighbor across the street, her internet modem stopped working. And one of her TVs didn't turn on anymore too. So it turns out that one of the flickers, and I think the flicker might be, and I'm not an electrician, maybe a transformer switching or something like that. Now on my computers and on our internet equipment, we have UPSs, so they always stay on. I'm going to ship you some internet via, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe. I did pass along a couple suggestions to her, but it turned out whatever happened at her house, they had to replace her cable too, because the underground one tested okay, but the one that went from the pole to her house was having all sorts of errors. Once they fixed that, it fixed my problem, which is, that's what I don't like about cable, you know? Someone else's cable somewhere down the node could impact. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, my UPS has got a filtered and a suppressed. Now on top of it, right here, we purchased a Blue Eddy ACL or AC200L, which is it's got a 2,845 watt hours with about a 2,200 watt inverter. So if I pull the plug from the wall, And I test on, I get about 4.5 hours. Now, once that runs out, my UPS is I'll get about 45 minutes on my gaming rig. I'll get about an hour on my streaming rig. My UPS only lasts for 5 minutes. Yeah, it's just enough to shut down. That's true. Now, the router and the modem are on a separate little, a smaller one because I don't need a big one. And it's the one from APC? Yeah, APC, I think. So, and I did that because when we lived at the other house, every single time there was a power flicker, probably 4 times a month, they would have to come out and replace the modem. So I have one there too. Oh, there you go. That's smart. Very smart. All right, what was I doing? I am out of those. All right, let's make some more self. When we go camping, so I did some research because the couple of times that Alex and I went camping, we had a lot of fun. But when the first time we went, we said, let's find a couple sites, test them out, and then figure out how we want to prepare meals. Do we want to take, you know, stuff that we can just boil in water? I go, no, eventually I want to make real food out there. You know, not like a gourmet, but I want to be able to make food. So the question was, do we want to do the standard like Coleman or some sort of gas, which I'm not a huge fan of because odors, you know, and then it's gas. So we bought an induction, a single burner induction, and we actually used it once and it worked. It heats up fast and it cools down pretty darn fast too. So I decided that we're going to become an electrical camping outfit and we'll have propane as a backup because I think the camper, when I say camper, something that'll go on a truck and it's not a full-fledged camper, it's a pop-up camper. The one that we've been eyeballing to heat it, I think we're going to have to go with propane, but just like a little 5-pound thing. I made a full English breakfast while camping 2 weeks ago on a small butane burner. Wow. Oh, man. The one thing that we did, so last time we went camping, we wanted to have more time relaxing because we had a new tent to test out. So we actually, let me share what we got here. We got, it looks like a jet boil, but it's not. It's electric. So again, electric family. Now this is a US link here, but oops. It's an electric kettle and it's got 3 modes. It's got one where just to heat up water, then it turns it off. Another one where it stays on and another one for doing like popcorn and stuff like that. So we used that last time and you know what we made in it? You guys are going to freak. We made hot dogs. So we filled it up 3/4. We put 4 hot dogs in there. And I tell you what, inside a minute, they were ready. So yeah. Exciting. Talking about cooking hot dogs. All right, let's go. Did that not work? That worked. So it was lunchtime by the time breakfast was oh, for him? Oh. That's what the guys do, you know? All right, so this looks like it's upgraded, right? Looks like it. So now what I want to do is take this all the way to the source. My BIL had a rapid water burner melted the table. Yikes! Dude! Oh, man. Kata, it's terrible. All right, so let's start up here. All right, let's just do it like this first. All right. What am I looking for? Oh, this. Don't think I'd spend much time with the tiny boiler. Well, you know, it's one of those situational things that we knew we were going to do hot dogs, and I thought, well, you know, let's just take the hot dogs and buns, and so the cooler we take is just one of those like flimsy things that's insulated, but instead of using ice, we use the blue things, the igloo things. Worked like a breeze. Nothing gets soggy or anything like that. So we kept our beverages. Our hot dogs got a little cold. But I tell you what, it worked real good just for one quick overnight meal of hot dogs. And then in the morning, I had I think it was from Blue Mountain. It was add water, let it sit for 5 minutes. It was really good. For freeze-dried stuff, it was really, really good. Believe it or not, it was packed with protein too. All right, so let's save the nanobots. Yeah, but we're saving for a nice Toyota Tacoma. It's going to be between 2019 and 2023. That's all we know right now. It's going to be a 4x4 TRD off-road, not a pro. I don't like the seats. I get everything up here? Yeah, okay. And then we're looking at it. It's like, I think it's called a Tune, T-U-N-E M1 camper. And they have different options. Like they have their own solar package. They have an insulated package. They have a kitchenette package. I think I want to do it myself using extruded aluminum. I have to say, turning old washing machine drums into... Oh, I saw that picture. That was awesome. Yeah, someone was a genius and did that. Yeah. Oh, geez. Oh. All right, so now let's work on copper, which is further away. Hey, look at all the copper we have here. All right, here we go. All right, so I've watched the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth. I want to say it's going a little bit slower than I would like, but it's nice to see how, you know, all we know from the other Alien movies, there was one corporation behind all this stuff. And it's good to see that there's other big corporations, as big if not bigger, that aren't afraid of Wayland Yutani or whatever. I haven't gotten all the way through episode 3 yet. I'm gonna wait until the price drops on Superman, and I'll rent that and check it out. I've heard nothing but good things about it, except for... No, I'm not gonna say it because it's a spoiler. Alright, we got 69. That's not a whole lot. Oh, cool. So that should be all of copper. Yay, copper. All right, so now let's get steel. Oh, we ran out of... Oh, no, I'm just in the wrong spot. All right, hang on. Dang it. I'm having some dexterity problems here. There we go. Trying to get my watch on. Went and did some early morning grocery shopping. Got that taken care of. Oh, we're out. All right, so some more. Go down. Oh, geez. Go down and collect some more. Oh. All right, then we have to upgrade this stuff. I did a little, how do I say this? Linux Guru Gamer turned me on to a website that can track, and I talked about this yesterday. I don't know if a whole lot of you were in here. The website is called Is There Any Deal? Now, this is dangerous because you could find a sale on some stuff that you're thinking about getting, and because it's on a sale, it, you know, entices you. Here's the link. What I like about it is that I have linked, so I created an account and linked to my Steam account and imported my wish list, and it shows every game on my wish list that's on sale and where I can buy it. And I like that a lot because, you know, otherwise you're just waiting on Steam to have sale. So it's kind of nice. You can sort your list however you want to do it too. Oh, I'm out of stuff. I can just get some stuff right here. All right, let's all right, what I need to do is, I'm starting to run out of room because I'm collecting all that. So let's recycle it. We come down here and turn that off. Then we can dump those, but we still need some of that. Grab that. Those. There we go. And then you can actually turn on notifications to let you know if there's a sale. And I think you can set a threshold, I think. Not 100% sure. In fact, that's how I bought Farm Simulator 2025. it was 37% off someplace. All right, so steel is upgraded there. I think it's going to be one of those games that I don't stream, that I just kind of play idly. Yeah, very chill game. So the reason why I brought that up is I was going through my wish list. I noticed I had some new stuff so GameCon is hit, and there's a few things I added to my wish list. Docked, you get to be a longshoreman. It's hugely popular. I don't know if I could be a good creator for a farming sim. I don't know. Let me go through the beginnings of it and see how well I do. Road Kings, which is supposed to surpass the truck driving simulator. Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes, and Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. I don't know if these are going to be any good. So, that's about it. The farm sim community is very big and very helpful. Gotcha. All right, so we're still... All right, so now we've got iron, copper, and steel upgraded to here-ish. All right. So what I want to do is I want to get all the feeds upgraded and the generating stuff. Funny to see Stream Defense on my wish list. It looks like it'd be a fun game for, you know, y'all and me. All right, so what do we want to do here? All right, this is gonna be an expensive one. Oh gosh. I used to do that stream captain, but I stopped doing it. Oh yeah, The Expanse went to the top of your wish list. Star Miner is the top of mine. They better communicate just a little bit more. They've been very forthcoming though, but I was expecting the game to come out this year, early access, because it was supposed to be out a year ago. They decided to push it out a year. So I said, usually when you push it out a year, it comes out the next year. I actually played and streamed Stream Defense in the past. Hey, Quad. Basically alpha testing and reporting lots of bugs. The game went to a big overhaul though, and I haven't checked it out since. Oh. You know, Quad, I think it was you. Because we're friends on Steam, and I somehow I was looking at game history and I saw that in yours, I think. Yeah, that's right. I was poking around. I was getting nosy. All right, so we need to load up on those. Grab these. Have to go up here and get some more stuff. I've played a couple games where the game had a Twitch interaction, and it went pretty well. So, oh, I've seen some people have that on some old VODs. It looked okay. All right, so let's make some more. Wait. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more of this. Yeah. All right. All right, now that didn't go so bad. I thought that was gonna be a lot worse. All right, let's get these done. Okay, it's that time again. Okay, Bronco, thank you for popping in. I'm looking for a cat. Usually he's hanging out. He's an old cat. This October he will be 16 years old, and he's gotten to where he doesn't really bathe properly, so he gets a lot of mats. So we had to take and demat him last night. And you know, when he gets a little stressed out, he starts licking, and then when he gets beyond that, he'll start. So we had to. So I think he's worn out. And unfortunately, I would say probably about 4 years ago, he used to be indoor-outdoor cat. Maybe 5 years ago. And he got into a bad scrap with something, a possum or something else. And his chin got really bad, his ear. And he didn't bounce back very well. It wasn't a serious injury, but he got very lethargic. So we ended up taking him to the vet, and he fixed the chin. He's got kind of a sideways double chin now. But the doctor told us that his immune system is pretty much shot. So he has to stay indoors, because if he gets fleas on him or anything like that, he probably won't recover. So he's been putting on some weight. But he sleeps a lot more, especially when he gets, like, if Alex will like get a toy and play with him, yeah, he'll sleep for a good 3 hours straight after that. But we had to. He's actually really good when we trim his nails and do something like that, but he does not like having where the mats are, because they hurt him so bad. 16 is up there. Yep. And when he sits down kind of slow. So we know his hips hurt him a little bit too. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh. It does. I find, like, when I hurt myself, not a scratch or a bruise or something like that, but when I was trying to figure out how to make a really nice, symmetrical, clean 3-inch hole in a piece of wood that was 1.5 inches thick using hole saw, and when that bit down and jerked my wrist a couple times, I was okay with that. But when it jerked and twisted my elbow, I still feel that sometimes when I'm out there with the weed eater and I'm doing the motion back and forth and stuff. The next day, it is really hurting. It's not hurting as much, but oh my God, that was painful. All right. Let's go down here and scoop up some more supplies. Oh. Oh. I forgot I turned off the supply for the belts. So if and when you do farm sim, if you want any support, I have a few thousand hours. I believe you. I spun it up and I had to figure out, I couldn't change everything was in, and no offense, everything was in pounds. So then I found out I had to start a game so I could go into the settings and change it. So I farted around for a little bit. I think what I want to do is start with like barely any money and then take a bunch of jobs, earn money, and start trying to then lease equipment and stuff like that. Oh, I gotcha. All right. All right, that's upgraded. That's going to be nice. We're all upgraded there. All right. Hard mode straight off. The one thing now, see, I think we actually own 2015 or 17. I just couldn't get into it. The tutorial was too challenging. Watching somebody play 2025, where you can actually hire AI to do some of your farming for you, I went, that's pretty cool. All right. Let's go out to here. Okay. Factory go brr. Red Panda. Sorry, I'm scratching my ankle. How the heck are you doing, Red? AI is improved from version 22. Oh, okay. All right. So there was none in the 2017 version I have. All right. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Might as well upgrade this. Didn't want to, but might as well. All right. Let's go, see what kind of trouble we can get into here. I decided to, upgrade my infrastructure. So that way going forward, things won't crawl along so well. And I just realized we had a patch in there. I'm exhausted and achy. Well, let's see here. I have an acronym. OLD. See, I can say that because I am old. All right, let's grab that. Grab that. Oh, my inventory's full. All right, let's there we go. I don't know if you are older than me. I'm old too. 62 years old. All right. I actually didn't start feeling any real problems, and I'm actually pretty darn healthy. When it comes to going outside now, mowing the lawn, it doesn't wipe me out or anything like that. But I spent probably about an hour and a half with Alex doing some raking and using a trimmer on hedges. but the sun was out. And I tell you what, I was, after about 90 minutes, I'm going, I'm done. Which gives her a 15-minute warning before I said, I'm really done. So. All right, so let's go over here and drop off that. Drop that off. And let's pick those up. All right, and then let's go ahead and I think. All right, let's do some backtracking here. I woke up on my 40th birthday with a backache. It's all downhill. You know, and I don't have that thing to where when it's raining my knees hurt or anything like that. I don't suffer from that. So I got my diabetic eye checked yesterday, got a clean bill of health. Congrats. I'm only slowly losing my distance vision. It's funny, had better than 20/20 vision when I was younger and thought it was getting bad, but turns out I'm just down to 20/20 and the doc won't give me glasses. Oh, bummer. No fair. Well, I can see signs fine, I can watch a movie fine, I can watch TV fine, but up close, so was it not nearsighted, but farsighted, I can read chat, I can see what you guys are doing, but it's blurry. So these are just 1.25 readers, and then it clears everything up. So when I do things like cooking and I got to read a recipe, I got to put these on. Otherwise, you know, teaspoons, tablespoons, can't quite see. And that's important too, by the way. Okay, so we're working on undergrounds. I think I have enough splitters. I use readers per ton. You know, it's funny, when I had the comic book store, so 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right there. So I had it for about 9 years, a little over 9 years. And I had a kid come up to me with a Yu-Gi-Oh card because he couldn't read it. The print was so darn small. I had to use a magnifying glass because they stuck so much print in there. Felt pretty good. Hey, there's a 9-year-old that can't read a Yu-Gi-Oh card. All right, so I'm trying to stock up on what? Bows. All right. And we'll scoop up those. All right. All right, once we get all this done, we're going to go set up a refinery for oil. Because we need to get that. So we're going to need plastic. I'm nearsighted, can't see anything a few feet away without my glasses. Yeah. And the bad thing is, because when I talk, I'm animated, I end up smacking my glasses half the time, too. Alright, so we want to take this and do this. Oh. Well, these are like 15 bucks each, so. The sad part of it is I leave a set here. I have a set in the living room. Not that I need it for the TV, but sometimes I have to check my phone for something. For the most part, it's fine, but if I'm reading a lot, I do need them on. I buy readers and found I place them by... I can get 3 for $15. Oh, nice. I have a set in the garage, and I have a set in my car, so... Now, I came across, I'm pretty sure it's a gimmick, but it's a readers that connect by a magnet and have something to come across, because I'm constantly grabbing these with my fingers and getting them dirty. I'm still not proficient with glasses. All right. That's a lot of money. I've had bifocals since I was 40. I have a friend that's got bifocals. He's not very happy with them. Yes, that's very good. Very happy for you, Panda, on that. All right, let's drop those off. And those off. Looks like we could use a couple more stacks of those. All right, so let's just make a round of undergrounds and splitters here. But yeah, you know, my wish list, I did play 2 weekend betas of Battlefield 6. It was fun. See, I didn't have any issues. I guess they did have some cheaters that got through the cheating system. Don't know why people like to cheat. That comes out in October. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. It's a $70 game. Yeesh. And then Dying Light, I really enjoyed the first one. I never got around to playing the second one. And the third one, again, $60. Good. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Let's grab those. And let's go with some splitters, I guess. So oh, I don't need to make those stop. What we need are a whole bunch of oh, I can't make a whole lot of them. Let's grab those. Those there. How's my pollution doing? All right, nowhere near. Oh, getting a little close to that guy. You know, maybe I should go make sure they're not going to be a problem. Hmm. All right, let's get these cranked out. These are done, then we'll pick up these, and hopefully that'll be enough to finish that. And then we have the blue science that I just plopped down that we need to upgrade. And we can connect, I think, steel. I woke up at 3 and get back to sleep. Very concerned I don't. It's probably zonked. Ooh, can I ma- oh! Oh, I need red circuits. Dang it. Alright. Still have stuff to do over there. Oh, I need to make. So that's the blue science. They have 27 of those. There we go. All right. Let's go pick up some more belts. Let's go finish that upgrade. I need to do a power pole. All right. I'll go over here. All right, cool. Oh, that's right. We're going to hook up. I don't have any of this stuff yet, but we have two things we could hook up. We're going to need some more belts. So wait, what was this? This was the steel. All right. So let's grab this. Ugh, excuse me. And replace it with this. All right. And then iron. I need to do the same thing. All right. So I do have some blueprints for some oil, but I need a little bit more advanced tech to use them. Yeah, I need advanced oil. And I don't think I can research. Yes, yeah, that's the thing. So let's go ahead and make about 8 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8. Make all those. I heard a big bang outside. Checking cameras. Sounded like somebody closing a big door. Oh, there's a it's a power company bucket truck across the street. The neighbors. Um Excuse me.